Good morning, team. Welcome to day 147 of the 5 a.m. Squat Club. Now, a system is just a repeatable set of actions that guarantees progress if you do it. That's what we're doing here every morning. We follow a 5-step process and we make progress every day. If you're looking for that, all you gotta do is press play. Let's go. First step, what we gotta do is choose our first thoughts of the day. We call it priming the mind. And what we wanna make sure of is that we're not just chasing default stimuli all day. So first step of the 5 a.m. Squat Club is to get into a squat. So we're gonna put our heels underneath, our feet underneath our hips. The dog is gonna block that. If you feel like you're gonna fall over, grab onto something stationary or a weight out in front as a counterbalance. And we wanna choose our first thoughts. So the first one is, I am responsible. And this is kind of an overarching one for my whole life. It gives me the faith that, my life is up to me. My choices, my decisions, my reactions are mine, and that will choose where I go. So I'm responsible, I'm accountable, it's up to me. Next is, I will make time between stimulus and response so that the people around me get a calculated response that I'm a little more proud of, as opposed to the default snap. I have all I need to succeed today, and will focus on progress over perfection. This is all about no excuses, right? It's so easy to say that I don't have all the pieces to take this massive step towards this massive goal, but I definitely have enough to take one step at a time. I have enough to fulfill this system. I have enough to do the repeated actions that will get me there. And I need to focus on that, because that's the way to make progress, not by focusing on the big picture or the big outcome, sorry. And then last is, I choose gratitude. There's no point in going through all of this and making all this progress and improving your life if you don't see it, right? If you focus on the negative, and this is a personal one for me, I'm very good at seeing the faults and trying to correct the faults. But if I want to enjoy my life, I need to see the positive. I need to change perspective to see the positive things and be grateful for them, because then you notice more and more. So I'm responsible. I will make time between stimulus and response if all I need to succeed today, and will focus on progress over perfection. And then I choose gratitude. And after we open our minds, we open the bodies. So let's get moving here. We'll start up with our burpees to begin. Good morning, Megan. Good morning, Jody. Jody says, day 30 for me. No snooze buttons. We're punished. We're pushed in the pursuit of consistency. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. And Megan, good morning. Good morning. So our first step in getting up is getting down. We're going to get 20 burpees in here first thing. They don't need to be fast. The goal is just start moving the body, get the blood flowing. And we choose the burpee because there's almost nothing more functional than this. If I lose my capacity to get down and get back up off the floor, I'm in trouble. So we'll get our 20 burpees first thing, and then we'll get moving for our next steps. Let's say that's about 4. For the burpee, you can walk yourself down, walk yourself up, you can hop, you can go fast, up to you. I do suggest, and I feel like I've forgotten to mention this, if you do decide to step back on your burpee, alternate the leg that goes back and forward. So that was left, now I'll step back with the right, forward with the right, back with the left, forward with the left. You'll notice that if you're used to stepping back with one foot, that you're probably used to stepping back with the same foot every time. And what you'll notice is when you go to step back with the other foot that you're not used to, it's super awkward. So that's why you should do both, so that you don't end up, imbalanced. I'm not counting these at all. We'll get another 3 or 4 here. Obviously, if you hop back, no big deal, since you're doing the same on both sides every time. But if you are gonna step back, think about alternating. We're gonna call this the last one because I didn't count. We're breathing. All right, let's get into more specific warm up here. So you'll see in the bottom of the screen, I got 4 movements there, 5 different warm up movements. We'll go through them together here. First, warming up the hip flexors with some knee raises. Then we'll hinge at the hip, open up the posterior chain with a good morning. We'll get some step back lunges. Trying to bring that back knee to the floor, nice vertical front shin, followed by some more burpees, which I'm not gonna go over again because you get that. And then some air squats. Feet underneath the shoulders, maybe a slight turnout. Knees are in line with the feet, hips below the knees. And then back up. Good morning, Yaroslav. How are we feeling? So we'll go through 2 rounds here. If you like a different warm-up, you want to hop on a machine or something, feel free. It is nice and early, so do the thing that makes you feel good, makes you feel ready to go with a little bit of intensity. Excuse me. On that note, we've got kettlebell swings and presses today. You can do both of them with a kettlebell or a dumbbell, or have 2 separate things. Kettlebell swing was prompted by Christy. So thanks, Christy, for the reminder. If you're not in the free scroll group, by the way, that's where we're talking about this kind of stuff. So the link is in the description. Join the free school group. That's basically our hub for discussion for anything 5 a.m. squat club. Oh. So the topic, the theme today is about creating a system for your goals. Obviously, you guys don't have to create a system for this because we're doing one together. But if you were to have a goal or a task that you wanted to complete consistently, squats, relying on, motivation, or relying on creating it every day or planning it or thinking about it and iterating, that's not the right word. Basically creating it, making it up every day. That's a lot more work. It's a lot less efficient. There may be benefits if you're, planning every day in terms of, how do I say it? Each day is going to feel different, so you can adjust based on that. But that's pretty fine. If we're talking just in general, having a system that is consistent, that is regular, that is repeatable, is the way, right? We struggle a lot with decision fatigue and overwhelm, because there are so many choices and there's so many options, there's so many things that you can do. So if you just create a system, and it doesn't need to be this exact thing, right? You can modify portions of this to make it your own. But if you've got a system, meaning, every time I X, I do Y, and then that follows through to 1, 2, 3 as well. And it's just it's a routine, it's a schedule, it's whatever you want to call it, but it's the thing that you do all the time. And the steps are all consistent, right? The whole program is there for you. You're gonna reach your goals far easier than trying to create something all the time. And I did not say that very clearly, but I think we get the idea, right? All things that are complex have systems. I should have come up with some good examples here, but for someone high up in a company to make a decision, or government to make a decision, there are processes, there are steps that are checks and balances. You could call that a system to make sure success happens, right? Not a good example, but I think you get the idea. All right, let's talk about today's session here. If we're feeling a little bit warmed up, we got presses and swings. Let's talk about those two. So for the press, you can go with a single or a double object, single, a barbell or just one dumbbell. Things that we're looking for here are that the weight starts on or near the shoulders, head comes out of the way, and then when we finish, and you can't see my hands, but we finish in line with the body, nice straight elbows before we come back down to that front rack. So with a barbell or a stick, this is what we're looking at, in line with the body, locked out overhead. Same thing with a dumbbell. Say you've only got one option. Take it to the shoulder, squeeze everything below, reach to a nice lockout overhead. Simple, simple. If you are gonna do a single, then feel free to get 5 per side kind of thing before you switch. And then for the kettlebell swing, if you don't have a kettlebell, these can be done with a dumbbell. Just gonna hold both hands on one head of the dumbbell. And what I'm looking for, if you're new to the swing, is I wanna drive the weight forward with hip extension. What I don't wanna do is lift with the arms. I wanna drive with the hips. Let it come through, drive with hips. What I don't wanna do is lift and then try to drive, because then it's all arms. You can take this to shoulder height, or you can take it overhead if you're comfortable with doing so. Just make sure that you've got enough space overhead and that you give that thing a pretty good squeeze so it doesn't flip over backwards overhead. If you got a kettlebell, same thing. Drive with the hips, let it come through, drive with the hips. You can go shoulder height or eye height, I guess, or overhead. Just being sure to be tight overhead, control the weight, all that good stuff. Wow, back's feeling a little cranky this morning. So those are our 2 movements. I think I'm gonna go with the barbell for the press. So let's take a minute here and get set up. Get any weights you have set up. Test out your weights, right? Get a few reps of each movement as you're warming it up. Let's get ready to get going. If you're already set up, if you could press the like button, that would be fantastic. If you haven't subscribed, you can do that, but I think the 3 of you have done that. Feels nice with an empty bar. And yeah, I'm gonna keep saying it, but join the school group. Join the free school group. Starting to get a little bit of conversation happening in there. We were talking about pistols a lot the other day. Ways to improve range of motion. Just progressions in general. So I'm gonna keep saying it. Come join the free school group. Also mark your calendar for November 11th. I think we're having a meeting about that today. About Job's attempt at the 12-hour burpee pull-up record. Wow. Part of me wants to go heavier, but that's pretty hard already. It's always, find it challenging to choose the appropriate weight sometimes because you're not fully warmed up first thing and hard to know where to go. So maybe I'll go with that for today. 85 is good enough. Give me some feedback, team. How we doing? How we progressing here? Almost ready to go? I'm feeling pretty warm and sweaty already. How you guys doing? Whew. Get a couple more warm-up reps maybe. nap for me now. All right, I think we're good to go. You guys can let me know otherwise. All right, so as usual, we're gonna go 2 movements, alternating for 10 minutes. We're gonna go with the presses first and then the kettlebell swings. As usual, if you've chosen a weight that is very heavy, go for a, lower reps, higher weight. It might take a little less than 30 seconds of that minute, or go lighter, get more reps. It'll be a little bit more cardio in there. Same thing with the kettlebell. I'm probably gonna aim for 10 to 15, so that'll be a little bit more cardio on that side. You could always go with a heavier bell and do less reps for a little more strength component. Let's see. Megan says legs are sore. Is that from the sandbag? Yaroslav, thumbs up. Jody, I think I'm set, deciding on the kettlebell weight. It's nice that you got options. I've only got one kettlebell, so that makes the decision pretty easy for me. All right. Okay, team. Decisions, but let's get her moving here. So I'm going to get our clock. See if the wife has changed that. Nope. All set there. All right. Starts with the presses, pulsing iron. Let's go, Adam. Nice to see the consistency. Good morning, Max. Hope you had an amazing session as well. Time to go. Presses first. 10 seconds, team. Music.
I feel nauseous, believe me.
Let's get it.
Never
3,
had a lot of shit
2,
come easy.
1.
Had to work hard, struggle just to be me. Had to rise up just so they could see me. Did what I had to do just to feed me, and what was left over I put towards my dreaming. But the only thing in life that has meaning are the things you gotta work for, believe me. Take into your hands a plan, your own hands can land your own brand. And damn, I feel like no one takes accountability. They want the credibility, convincingly.
7th Maple, you're fully in the
hours it takes to get some power.
As usual.
Don't be fucking sour. Take a cold shower.
Probably could have gone to the heavier load there. Got a little less reps, but so be it. So be it. Someday I'll have a smaller plate so we can just fly off. Kettlebell swings, 15 seconds. 10 seconds. Remember, drive with the hips. Keep midline tight. 3, 2, 1. Yeah.
'Fight for your dreams, but it's not what it seems. Man, it's hard to be seen when everybody wants to be king. Yeah, they all want a ring. Yeah, we all want to be free. So show me what you got, what you bring, how you fight in the ring, how you take.
That's gonna jack up heart rate.
Do you got heart? Are you mean? Got some scars, got some needs. Are you willing to go bleed? I swear to God, they all let me down.
10.
I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off at these fucking clowns.
5,
who were all taught they
3,
deserve an ounce.
2,
It's only
1.
worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown. I swear to God, they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off at these fucking clowns. Who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown.
15.
I feel nauseous, believe me.
1.
Never had a lot of shit come easy. Had to work hard, struggle just to be me. Had to rise up just so they could see me. Did what I had to do just to feed me, and what was left over I put towards my dreaming. But the only thing in life that has meaning are the things you gotta work for, believe me. Take into your hands a plan, your own hands can land your own brand. And damn, I feel like no one takes accountability. They want the credibility, convincingly unwilling to put in the hours it takes to get some power. Don't be f***ing sour, take a cold shower, scream until you're louder, work until you're prouder, and f*** all the doubters, they're just your downers. I swear to God they all let me down.
15.
I always fought just to wear the crown.
Good job so far, team.
Off at these f***ing clowns
10.
who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it.
3,
It's only worth it if
2,
you work for it.
4. Presses.
I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown. I'm just telling you to fight for your dreams, but it's not what it seems. Man, it's hard to be seen when everybody wants to be king. Yeah, they all want a ring. Yeah, we all want to be free.
Thank you.
So show me what you got, what you bring,
so
how
good.
you fight in the ring, how you take a fucking swing.
You start your morning right,
got
team.
heart, are you mean? Got some scars, got some needs. Are you willing to go bleed? I swear to
10
God,
seconds.
they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off at
3,
these fucking
2,
clowns who were all
1.
taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown. I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown.
6 down, 4 to go. Good job, team. Ten. 5, 3, 2, 1.
I feel nauseous, believe me. Never had a lot of shit come easy. Had to work hard, struggle just to be me. Had to rise up just so they could see me. Did what I had to do just to feed me, and what was left over I put towards my dreaming. But the only thing in life that has meaning are the things you gotta work for, believe me. Take into your hands a plan, your own hands can land your own brand. And damn, I feel like no one takes accountability. They want the credibility, convincingly unwilling to put in the hours it takes to get some power. Don't be f***ing sour, take a cold shower, scream until you're louder, work until you're prouder, and f*** all the doubters, they're just your downers. I swear to God they all let me down.
Kettlebell next.
Just to wear the crown.
10.
Off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce.
3,
It's
2,
only worth it if you work
1.
for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown. I'm just telling you to fight for your dreams, but it's not what it seems. Man, it's hard to be seen when everybody wants
One
to
more
be
of each.
king. Yeah, they all want to ring.
team.
Yeah, we all want to be free. So show me what you got, what you bring, how you fight in the ring, how you take a fucking swing. Do you got heart? Are you mean?
10.
Got some scars, got some needs. Are you willing to go bleed?
Last set of presses.
I swear to God they all let me down.
3,
I always fought
2,
just to wear the
1.
crown. I'm off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown. I swear to God they don't let me down. I try to smart just to win the crown. When I think these fucking crowds, I want top, they deserve it now. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now.
Okay, one more set of swings. That's it. And then extra work. Ten seconds. Last set. Go, Maple. Stop it. 5, 3, 2, 1.
I feel nauseous, believe me. Never had a lot of shit come easy. Had to work hard, struggle just to be me. Had to rise up just so they could see me. Did what I had to do just to feed me. And what was left over I put towards my dreaming. But the only thing in life that has meaning are the things you gotta work for, believe me. Take into your hands a plan, your own hands can land your own brand. And damn, I feel like no one takes accountability. They want the credibility, convincingly unwilling to put in the
Good job, team. Finish them up.
some power. Don't be f***ing sour. Take a cold shower. Scream until you're louder. Work until you're prouder. And f*** all the doubters. They're just your downers.
Finish it up, team.
I swear to
Catch your breath. Maple, stop it. Wow. No. Time's up. Maple. Yeah. All right, breathe, walk around. Maple, stop. Yaroslav, awesome workout, everyone. See you tomorrow. Great job, Yaroslav. I'll be at the gym later today to try that out as well. Have fun. All right, how are we feeling there, team? Megan, Jody, how are we doing? Oh. All right, we're gonna talk about our opportunity work here in a sec. Oh, it's nice. Grab some water. Oh, I'm fatigued. I hope you guys feel the same. Let's talk about this now. So as you can see on there, today's opportunity work falls under the category of what was it? Slow strength. Slow strength movement, so maybe powerlifting but just slow movement, so not weightlifting, not fast explosive. So on that, we're gonna do some different variations of Turkish get-up pieces. So as we'll probably do most times, we'll go with an EMOM. And what that'll look like is we'll do different portions of it each minute, basically. Jody says that was a good combo. Yeah, you never know when you choose the reps or whatnot, like whether it's going to be realistic. And I'm so stubborn that if I start with a certain number, I feel like I can't go down. Even though I think I went down at least once yesterday on the sandbag. But so you kind of lock in, and then you're on for a ride. He said Maple on good behavior so far. My two are out cold. No, Maple's never out cold during this. She comes in, she wakes up take her out of the crate, and then some mornings she's definitely more she's staring at me. I don't know if I say irritating. Either way, she's good. Okay, so what this will likely look like, you can grab yourself a dumbbell or a kettlebell or nothing, right? You can just put your hand up in the air. But what we're gonna do, and I'll explain it each minute, but maybe I'll do it without the dumbbell first. What we're gonna do, say the first minute is gonna be from our setup position up to here. And then we'll come back down and we'll go back up. The second minute will be the same thing, just on the other hand. We'll go down and up, we'll go down and up. And then the third and fourth minutes will be from there to here, back down, kind of thing. So we'll just be working through different pieces of the Turkish get-up, 4 reps over the course of those 10 minutes. We might, at the end, do some full Turkish get-ups, but it'll likely just be the components. I feel like I might need a towel for this, because it's gonna get sweaty. So choose yourself a weight. You know, you can go heavy on this and do fewer reps, or go lighter and get more reps. Up to you. I think I'm gonna start with this lighter dumbbell and see how it goes from there. And if it feels pretty good, can go up from there. So grab yourself a mat or something if you need, or if you've got maybe just a softer floor, maybe some carpet. Just try not to slide around like I'm gonna do here, because it is very sweaty. So hopefully the mat keeps me stationary. Okay, so I'll get this clock set up and then let's give her a go. I've never actually done this before. A lot of the opportunity work we're gonna do is gonna be stuff that I just wanna work on that, maybe we can learn some new skills and whatnot. At some point, there'll probably be some rope flow coming in here. At some point. All right, let's go for it again. We'll start with that first piece, basically just coming up from the floor, but I'll explain them as we go. All right, 10 seconds. Let's do it. So we'll go right arm first. So you're laying down, right knee bent, right arm to the ceiling. And come up to the elbow and to the hand. Back down, elbow, back down to the back. Up to the elbow, up to the hand, and back down. Elbow, hand, elbow, back. Elbow, back. Elbow, hand, elbow, back. Elbow, hand, elbow, back. Maybe one more. Elbow, hand, elbow, back. All right. That's over 30 seconds. Next minute, we'll do the other hand. Jody says, I cannot even imagine it today, but I used to complete the Turkish get-up holding a barbell with chains. Wow. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, we've had people at the gym like Turkish get up a rower and all the funny stuff. All right, second side, left hand up to the right elbow, up to the right hand, elbow, back, elbow, hand, elbow, back. Not gonna count them out for you. Might find that one side is harder than the other. I feel like I'm finding right now. Hi, Maple. That's not an invite. Nope. Okay. I don't know if I want to go heavier on these. We'll try the next weight up. 30. No, Maple. Maple. 10 seconds. Maple, no. So we're gonna sweep the leg through here. No, stop it. Dumbbell in the right hand. From this position here, lift the hips, sweep through. Come on up. Hand back down. Sweep the leg through. Sit back down. Hips up, leg through, up to the lunge. Sweep through, sit. Press up, sweep the leg through. Come up to your lunge. Hand back down. Hips on the floor. Lift up, sweep through, up to the lunge. Back down, we'll get one more. Leg back through to your butt. Lift up, sweep through, up to the lunge. Hand down, whoa. Hand back down, wah, wah. That one's no joke. Maple, stop. Maple, you are too licky. 10 seconds. We'll go left side. 5, Maple, no. No. Walk it out. Sweep through, up to the lunge. Hand back down, whoa. Probably look at the dumbbell. Hips up, sweep, up to lunge. Maple, go away. Hand down, sweep through, sit. Hips up, sweep, lunge. Hand down, sweep. Press up, sweep through, up to lunge. Get one more, hips, sweep, lunge, and back down. Oh. The next one will be a lunge, basically just an overhead lunge. From that bottom position up, we'll bring the feet together and then step it back. 5, 3, 2, 1. Feet together, lunge back down. Could even touch the floor. Back up to the lunge. Stand it up, feet together. Back down, touch the floor. Yeah, I like to touch the floor. Maple, stop. Whoop. Bye-bye balance. Keep looking at that weight. One more. Maple. Woo! That's a good one. Going to the left in 15. Maple, that's so much. You may have to go in the crate. It's too late, but shoot. 10 seconds. Maple. 3, 2, 1. Stand up, feet together. Lunge back. Hand to the floor. Whoop. Maple. More. Maple. Stop it. Stop it. All right, I think what we'll do 2 more minutes. Stop it. And what we'll do is we'll just do Turkish get-ups on one side for 1 minute, and then the other side for the other minute. Never done this before. 3, 2, 1. So bent knee on the same arm. Press up to the elbow, up to the hand. Lift the hips, sweep, up to your lunge. Stand, back down to the knee, hand to the floor, sweep back through, lay it back down. I'm gonna keep this dumbbell up. Go for 2, maybe 3. The same hand. Maple, stop. Stop it. Whoa. 3 is a lot. Oh, Maple. Let's do that. You know what we'll do? We'll do 4 minutes like that. Stop. Stop. I am drenched. So we'll go left side here. Maybe 3 reps. And then we'll go back to the right and back to the left one more time. 3, 2, 1. Remember, same bent knee as the arm that's up. Keep pressing up on that weight, looking straight at it. Helps with the balance. Okay, 1 more minute per side. Great job so far. Hope you're as sweaty as I am. Crazy. 10 seconds. 5. Back to the right hand. 3, 2, 1. Probably could have gone with the heavier dumbbell here. That's okay. Oop. Maple, stop licking. One more set. 15 seconds. 10. All right, let's do it. Last set. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead. There we go. We did it. Frankie. How you doing, Frankie? You missed most of the workout. We're gonna get in a stretch here. A little cool down. Oh man. Amazing session, team. Amazing work. Say take another minute and breathe, because that got the heart rate back up. Look how sweaty that hat is. Amazing, team. Frankie, you join us? Tell me about it. Wow. All right. It's okay, Frankie. You could always do the replay. Frankie, what time zone are you in? What time is it for you right now? Okay, team, we're gonna get into a pigeon stretch here. After all those kettlebell swings, we're opening up the glutes. Workout today, Frankie was alternating EMOM of kettlebell swings and presses. And then we had our Turkish get up work as our opportunity, as our skill work, our extra work. So, Eastern Standard, Frankie, you got it, man. 5 a.m. every day. So what we're doing here is crossing one leg over in front. You're gonna feel a stretch on the glute, in the glutes and the bent leg side. We'll hang out here for at least a minute. Maple is licking my foot. Jody says, good Lord, sweating it up here in Connecticut. Yeah, I don't know if it's as humid there as it is here right now, but it's, as you can see, I've got the window, if you can see, the window is open, and it is still very moist. Maple, it's been foggy, super foggy in the mornings. That is not a nice feeling. Maple, please stop licking me. So hang out, stop! Hang out for at least a minute here, and then we'll switch. Whew, just let the heart rate come down a little bit. You can start thinking about your homework. I know we're not there yet. Maybe we'll do a little perfect day exercise there when we're there. Megan, you still with us? How was that? Did you join in on that one, or are you just checking us out before work? Frankie, share a little bit more. What's your deal? Do you train? Are you just coming to watch? Let's go ahead and switch sides. I didn't really check the time on that, but I figure it's been a minute. We're gonna do at least 2 stretches here. So you can walk that one out a little bit and then reach the other leg across and then drop the chest down on there. Oh. If you're sweaty like me and that foot wants to slide back, you can grab onto it here. Keep it there. I think I'm gonna be getting into the gym again today. I think we got a run, kettlebell snatch, no, run, burpee over the dumbbell, kettlebell snatch interval. Megan, I'm here. We'll do it right after my work. Fantastic. You're just hanging out. I love it. I love it. Feel free to talk trash in the chat while we're sweating away. Oh, I appreciate you. Appreciate you hanging out. I appreciate the chat yesterday as well. Remember, guys, most of the talk. Wow, this hip is tighter than the other one, I think. Remember, most of our talk, our chat, it's all happening in the school group. There's a link in the description for the free group. We do have a paid group as well, which is more about digging deeper into your goals and your barriers and creating the strategies and the systems, the daily system to get to those things. But the free group, that's where we're at, discussing programming, talking technique, health topics, all of it. Wow, it's wet here. I kind of want to show you this. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, but no, you can't tell. It is so sweaty here. All right, let's talk about that. Megan says, y'all keep me motivated to keep going. That's awesome, Megan. Awesome, awesome. All right, do the work time. So let's try this. One of the things that we do in our Momentum Monday sessions, which is kind of our goal setting, achieving program in the paid group. We're gonna get that in a sec. Frankie says, I work out every day. I usually do my workout at night with Mr. Nathaniel. Okay, I get you. And then for the morning, I do the 7 a.m. workout with the Impact. I got you. That's where you're from. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, those guys are good shit. Super positive, great energy. Frankie, if you want, hop in here every once in a while. What you're gonna get, and understand that I love those guys, and that workout is incredible. But what you will notice is it's the same thing every day, right? It's the jumping jacks, the push-ups, the squats, and the sit-ups, and sometimes there's a little variation. What you're gonna get here is a little more variety, right? You're gonna get a little bit of strength work, a little bit of gymnastics, a little bit of cardio, a little more well-rounded, and I'm gonna give you some coaching technique, right? So I've been doing this for 25 years. I am a anal movement specialist, we'll call it. And, you're gonna learn some new movements here, some weightlifting, Olympic weightlifting, gymnastics, a little bit more complexity that's gonna lend to a more broad fitness. So I appreciate you checking in, and I hope someday you give it a chance, because it's a whole different thing from what they're doing over there. Both obviously very beneficial. So what we're gonna do here is a little version of our perfect day exercise, as I was saying we do in the paid group. So this may sound a little weird to you, but give it a go. So the idea is we're gonna close our eyes, and I'm gonna do this so I won't be looking at the chat at all. I'm just gonna be irritated by this dog. I'm gonna choose patience. We're gonna close our eyes. And what I want you to envision is your perfect day, your perfect life. So whether that's 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, maybe it's something that you see as unrealistic, right? It's a picture in your mind of your perfect situation. Another way to look at this, if you can't see that, if you're unsure what that should look like, you can look at it as the not perfect. I can look at the, where do I not want to be? What are things that I don't want to have as part of my life? So in the perfect day scenario, you're looking at who's around me? Where am I? What do I do? When do I wake up? What do I do during my day? How much freedom do I have? What does my work look like? If I'm doing bunny ears here, but you guys hopefully have your eyes closed and can't see that. What are my obligations That's the perfect day. The other way, obviously, to look at it is, what don't I want? I don't want to be stuck in an office 9 to 5. I don't want to, not have the freedom to do X, Y, Z on weekends, or, I don't want to be tied down. I want to be able to travel, whatever it is. Both of those tools are what we use to determine what we should be working on. So once you see that perfect day, or that example of what I don't want in my perfect day, all there is to it is to determine what's the step that's going to get me there if I do it every day. I've probably referenced the book. I'm going to just keep my eyes closed here, and this may be strange for you watching. I've referenced the book, The One Thing. Forget that. Open the eyes. I've referenced the book, The One Thing, a number of times, and there's what they call the focusing question in this One Thing book. And that question goes, what one thing or one decision that by doing so, or by making that decision, makes all other decisions easier or unnecessary? So what you do is you take that perfect day picture and you say, what's the one thing that if I work towards that, all the other things fall into place and they all work out with that same thing? And then all you do is do that thing every day, right? So you figure, hey, if that's where I want to be in 10 years, where do I need to be in 8 years in order to be on track? And where do I need to be in 6 years in order to be on track for 8 years? And so on and so forth, back to where do I need to be in 1 year? And then once you know where you need to be in 1 year, what is the step that if I do it every day, I'm guaranteed to be there in 1 year? And that's the process. But it's super important to be able to identify that one thing, because if you identify the wrong thing, you're going to get there and then you're like, well, now what? Whereas with the one thing, you get there and then it's an obvious transition to the next thing further up that. So this is what we're doing here, right? This is the time after your workout, after the mind and the body are primed and open and ready to go, you sit down and you do that task. Minimum 1 hour every day to make progress towards your most important goals. If you do it, your life changes. If you don't, you stay the same and nothing changes. Frankie, I added to my workout watching you, added the 30 minutes squats with a 20-pound vest. Hey, 25-pound vest, I love it. Good job, Frankie. Do you have any specific goals, Frankie? Any fitness goals, any health goals, any life goals? You guys can all share that here if you want, Jody, Megan. But I think we've done a pretty good job today. Fantastic workout. I am definitely feeling great after that one. Jody, I appreciate your push to focus forward. I seem to live day to day and glad to survive each one. I like that. I like that as well. So I think that's a super important point, Jody. And maybe something that I need to, reframe a little bit is the idea of presence and not just focusing on the future. Such a good point, right? I'll use the example of I've got these young girls, 1.5 and 3.5. And, we've got some people at the gym who have very, very young kids, newborn to 6 months. And they're in that phase where everything is challenging and it's just like sleep isn't happening and it's just so rough. And then I look at my girls who just seem to be growing so fast. And I'll say to those people with the new kids, hey, like, you're going to miss this. There's that song, you're going to miss this. You're going to want this back. And on Jody's point there, it's very easy to focus on, hey, I can't wait until these kids can help me with farm chores, or they can, drive to their own soccer practice, whatever it is. And in that, we miss all of the present moments. We miss the joy that's happening. If I only think about, hey, how can I make this program better all day? And I forget to spend present time with those girls, I've missed the whole point. Right? The whole goal is to build this life so that it's better for them. So the situation for them is better than it was for me. And each generation gets better and better. But if I only focus on doing my homework and I don't focus on the other important things, such as spending time with them, super important to have that balance, right? And you'll notice this is why we do this so early, right? We get up and do it before they're awake so that I don't feel anxious during the day that I can't make progress, right? I want to be able to achieve what I want to achieve and at the same time be present for them. I love it. Thank you. Jody says, I'm 61 and feel like I'm still trying to figure out what I'm going to do when I grow up. Yeah, well, that's why we do this, Jody. That's why we're doing this perfect day exercise. That's why we're here. You know, I'm figuring it out as I go. I'm not 61, right? I'll be 41, I don't know, in like 2 weeks. And I think we're all in the same boat, right? You're probably just noticing it more and more. You know, as we get older, we start to realize more and more how little time we have left. So, you know, that's the purpose. That's why we take this time and talk about this, do the work, and more specifically, why that paid group exists so that we can dig in. And, you know, some of us, I think we don't think about this necessarily. We're just going to go through our lives and that'll be all good. But personally, like, I want to have an impact. I want to have a purpose. I want to have big goals that when I look back at the end, you know, I'm proud of, and ideally my kids are proud of, and they say, hey, that's something that I would want to strive for. You know, whether it's the same thing or just the idea of having a goal and working towards it, and they take that motivation and they take that example that you've set and they find purpose and they do something that's meaningful. I'm going to take a quick tangent here. I have noticed that, like, talking about anything important just makes me cry like a big baby. I don't know what the hell I was listening. I was listening to Sevon yesterday, and he was playing a clip of, I don't know whether it was those like handicapped people, the developmental disability people living in that house or whatever. And I'm just like choking up like crazy. I don't know if that's just having kids that does that or what, but I don't know. But Jody, what I'm saying is, like, I don't know if you need to figure it out, right? I think as long as you are doing things that are important to you and you feel like you're living, you know, with your purpose, then that's it, right? Megan, oh, I miss my babies as babies. Yeah, that's why, I mean, I want to just keep having more, to be honest, because every day you see them just getting so much bigger, so much faster, and yeah, it's another one of those reminders that, you know, nobody's here forever. You know, there was a time where I was 1.5, I was 3.5, and I was doing that same thing, and now you look back and life is so different, and you're, you know, an older person, and it's a reminder, for me at least, that, like, don't waste it. Don't waste the time that you're here. You know, like, yeah, I could have slept in this morning and that would have felt nice. But in the end, when I look back, am I going to be proud of sleeping in? Or am I going to be proud of what I did and the decisions that I made and the tough choices to work hard, you know, and be proud of something? Frankie says, I was working on joining the Special Forces. I hit my goal in the workout, but unfortunately I didn't score high enough on my ASVAB to get the MOS I wanted. So now, instead of losing the progression, I keep pushing myself in the workouts. Hell yeah, Frankie. Hey, let's chat here. I don't know what the process is. But I've dealt with a lot of military and a lot of first responders and all that, and I don't know if that door is fully closed for you now. But the way that I look at this is, if that's your dream, man, if that's what you want to do with your life, like, just go. Just keep doing it, right? Find out what you need to do to improve on the ASVAB, whatever that is. You know, if you want to join the paid group on school, I am happy to dig into this with you and you know, devise a plan and work on it together. I mean, obviously you can show up here in the mornings and we can chat about it as well, but I'm on board. Whatever goal you have, I want to... What are you doing? I think the dog is stuck. Can you see her there? Let's go. Sorry. Yeah, but Frankie, I mean, pushing yourself in the workouts, that's step one, right? That's creating discipline. That is the most important ones there, Frankie, are the days that you don't want to do it, right? The days that you're feeling sorry for yourself, you're feeling tired, you don't want to get up. Those days are the days that you start believing in yourself. When you make it happen, you get up and you do it. And the more you do that, the more faith you will develop in yourself and your abilities. And what happens with that is you start to believe that you can do anything, right? Because the reason we don't accomplish things are because of excuses. They're not because of physical or real barriers. They're because we don't believe in ourselves enough to take the steps to do it. So just keep doing the workouts, Frankie. Keep working hard, keep progressing. Make sure that you are making progress in the things that you need to make progress in. You're not just going through the motions. But I mean, I don't know enough of your situation, but I would say there's no reason to quit, right? You don't want to look back at your life and say, that was something that I needed to do and I didn't keep working on it. I didn't force myself to make that happen. So, hey, we're here to support you. And, if you want to get super fit, which will definitely help with any fitness testing that there is. I'm not in the US, but I've worked with the military here. I've done all of our, in Canada, it's called Joint Task Force, our JTF testing. I've been through all of that. I've administered it. I used to work at a military base. Not the same testing necessarily as you're going through, but I understand the ideas, right? You need functional movement. You need to be able to move load. You need to be able to maintain a high heart rate. I don't know if there are dummy drags or stair climbs or runs in this, but working with high intensity is going to make that much easier. Hard work pays off. You got it, sir. That's it. Megan, my oldest is almost 16. Holy moly. How many do you have, Megan? What's the youngest? I can't imagine. I think about that stuff and I can't picture my girls being 16. Although I guess the one of them is kind of like the 3.5-year-old kind of acts a little bit like a, what do they say, three-nager. But yeah, that's the journey, right? This is the whole thing. We're all going through this same experience, trying to find our way that works best for us and that we're proud of, that we don't look back and a big truck going down the road. We don't look back at and regret that we didn't do the things that we were meant to do. All right, team. Thanks for joining in. Frankie, I hope you join us sometime. Megan, Jody, you guys are fantastic. Yaroslav's out already, and Jason will be back with us when he comes back from Edmonton next week. But I love you guys. This is so much more enjoyable and even just doable when I'm not alone. So I appreciate you so much. 3, youngest is 11. Woo! Crazy. That's awesome. I would love 3. I would love more. More help on the farm would be fantastic. But just the more we have, the more you love them, right? They're just incredible. So, thanks guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow we've got, I think it's tomorrow. Oh, that's the wrong one. Sorry. Well, let me check it for us. I'll be there in a sec. Music, eh? Oh, tomorrow's back squats. Good. Back squat and then plank with an overhead lift. And then we're gonna hang. Oh, I'm excited for that. That's a good day. Sweet. All right. So if you haven't liked, press the like button. Share this with somebody. Please, let's get some more people on board here. Frankie, join us tomorrow maybe, or another day this week. Frankie, great video. I'll definitely see you on your next live for a 5-8. Hey, it's every day, man. I love it. All right, team. You guys are fantastic. Go get your homework done. Make progress towards your goals. And go enjoy your day, right? Be present for the things that are important.